say goodbye to the cult and say hello to the army of Chucky. Welcome to the Dave Cave. Today we are talking episode 7 of the Chucky TV series titled Twice the Grieving, Double the Loss. We've got a bunch to get to with this week's episode. We got some good, we got some bad, some Easter eggs we're going to cover, and finish up with some final thoughts. But first and foremost, the good. The first thing I want to talk about is the title sequence. Now, I know I've talked about it in previous reviews, but in this one, it all of a sudden clicked for me that if you go back to the first title sequence back in episode 1, the music for the title sequence has gone from being really tied into the original franchise, which this is all really tied into the original franchise, but it's very interesting to notice that it was very in tune with the original franchise. And as it's gone, the music has gotten its own identity. This show has gotten its own identity. I like that because obviously we're getting away from it. We have callbacks, but we're getting away from it. And this whole beast is very much its own beast. The next thing I really liked in this episode, most specifically when Devin decides to go on his whole little, not suicide mission, but we know it's possibly a suicide mission, to Charles Lee Ray's childhood home. The music there just sets the perfect tone for that. You're like, all right, Devin is going to go do work. Hopefully going to do work. We know a little bit better. We know even better now. But I like the music in this episode a lot. Really brought me into it proper. The next thing I liked in this episode was the kill on Logan. I didn't see it coming. Like, I saw it coming when it was going to be happening, but I did not see this happening. I did not think that Chucky was going to get Junior to be the one that killed. I get it as the episode unfolded, but that kill was, 1, brutal, 2, Junior played it very well, and 3, the very first time we have ever seen Chucky kill someone, but kill someone because he's being used as the murder weapon. Very cool, very brutal, very visceral. Holy shit. But that's not to say I'm all on board with the whole Junior talking to Chucky thing, but we'll talk about that in a minute. The last thing I want to talk about that I really liked in this episode, this is more of an overall concept thing, but I love that they're asking the questions that they are raising to the fans, to the audience. You have all this, what's Chucky doing? Why is he doing this? Why is he messing with us? Why is he killing our parents? Why is it rubbing it in our faces? Why is Chucky trying to be a killer whisperer? These are all these questions that I personally have had watching this show, and then they're actually asking the questions while the episode is unfolding. I love that. They're acknowledging that, yes, we know shit doesn't make sense. We know we're keeping things behind closed doors. We know you are wondering what the fuck is going on, and you only have little itty bitty hints. So hold on, because we're going to answer those questions. At least I hope they're going to answer those questions. Now, let's get into the bad. I only have 2, but to me, these are actually pretty big because they're logistical things. And I understand we're dealing with now an army of Chucky and soul splitting, and a guy is possessing a woman's body, and that's after he possessed a doll. And I understand that a lot of shit isn't supposed to make sense in the universe we're in. But hear me out. The first thing is Junior talking to Chucky. Now, I understand Junior's mom just killed himself as far as he knows. Shit is weird for this kid. I understand. But to me, after the team Jake, Devin, Lexi, said to Junior all this shit about Chucky, Lexi flat out was like, okay, this is what's going on. After, right before the principal got her head chopped off and rolled in front of everybody. And he's like, if you don't want to tell me, just don't make up some bullshit story. He knows. He was told about the idea of this doll that's alive, that's killing people. So then you put Junior in this situation where he enters the room and he starts talking to Chucky. Why is he all of a sudden okay with this? That doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, why? Why would he not immediately think, you know, Lexi was telling me about that there was this murderous doll going around, and that's who's responsible for all these killings. My mom just got killed after seeming like we just had a really good moment, and that she's going to fight this cancer, and that she loves me, and oh my God, and we're going to get through this. And then she kills herself? Where's the doubt? And then for that to then turn into killing his own father potentially going to kill Jake, talking about in his mind killing Lexi. What the shit? Like, I get that Chucky got to him, and I'm going to get on board with that. But why did Junior never question it? Why was he not like, what the fuck? Grab this thing and go on a whole rage fest like Jake did in the bus station? Doesn't make sense to me. It took me out immediately. I'm like, hold up, what the fuck? This next one is more a product of because of where I live. I know what the weather is like right now, and this is supposed to be kind of in time to when this show came out. We are in November in New Jersey, and they're having press conferences, and not one person is wearing a winter or heavy jacket at all. Jake goes out. He's wearing just, the button-up shirt and a t-shirt under it, going out into New Jersey in late November. I understand that they're not exactly in line with us, so maybe they're early November, because they haven't talked about Thanksgiving. But it's cold as shit. It's really cold. And no one's wearing anything that is weather appropriate. You might think that's small. It probably is. But to me, they made such a point of having that Halloween episode, which was awesome. But if you're going to be in New Jersey following Halloween, it's going to be November. And they've said that he's been around for like a month being in with Junior. That's cold as shit. Really, really cold as shit. I had to scrape my car this morning. Doesn't make sense. And now it is time for the Easter eggs. They're short, they're sweet, and there's only 2 of them. But what I like about the 2, at least that I noticed, if you saw any others that I missed, hit the comments, let me know. I love looking back and seeing all the shit that I missed and just being like, love attention to detail. But the 2 that I have are both actually Bride of Chucky Easter eggs. The first one is the movie they're going to be screening with this celebrity guest, which if you paid attention to the promo materials anytime through this whole thing, even a little bit before, is going to be Jennifer Tilly / Tiff. In Bride of Chucky, the movie she's watching when she's murdered is Bride of Frankenstein. I know that it's not Bride of Frankenstein that they're going to be screening, but it's Frankenstein. That shit was on purpose, and I love it. The next one, which is quite a bit less subtle, is the Swedish meatballs. Again, that is a Bride of Chucky reference because Tiff makes it for him. You have this little, homemaker moment while they're driving to Chucky's body, and he's like, has this whole Swedish meatballs thing, and then she makes it for Junior / Logan. Again, small, cool. Love the callback. Now I'm going to do things a little bit different with my final thoughts this time around, and I'm going to mix this in with my question section, so let's get to it. First, right off the bat, you would think in this episode, with all the moms that died in the last episode, maybe we would want some moms to live. Nope, I am perfectly fine with Michelle getting her shit split by the end of this season. Next episode, I will be very happy to watch Mayor Michelle get fucked up. She is the epitome of a just shithead person. I made my appearance. I'm gonna leave. I gotta dip out for the... What the fuck, lady? Like, you've known this person. I understand you guys had all your arguments earlier in the season, but holy shit. This is the mom of your daughter's boyfriend. I understand you don't give a shit about your daughter. We've made that very clear. But holy shit, man. Something. I know, and you're the mayor. Ooh, you're busy. I don't give a shit. Care. Have a heart, you bitch. Now here's a question. What the hell was that kiss? I understand that Tiff is in there trying to sow seeds to try to get Junior to murder. I understand that that is kind of a general game plan that they have, but that felt like more. Logan knows something. He either knew Jennifer Tilly, which doesn't seem likely, or he knew Tiff, which seems much more likely. Maybe after Chucky died, Logan was someone she spent time with. Maybe. I don't know. But I hope we're going to find out. Now, this thought crossed my mind as I was watching this episode. Andy's going to kill himself. He's going to sacrifice himself for these kids. I hope he doesn't. I really, really hope he doesn't. But it really feels like we're going to lose Andy Barkley by the end of this. And it is going to be really big sad. I'm not going to be happy with that choice if that's what happens by the end of this. To bring Alex Vincent back after all these years, and I understand he had a presence in Cult. He was right at the end of Curse. And now he's been in some of the stuff in here. So he's been back, but he should be back for longer. They better not kill him, but god damn are they putting him on a suicide mission. Next question. What the hell is this? Lexi saying that she and Jake are family now. What? No. I understand you guys have been through some shit, but after the stuff that you've pulled, and I would imagine many, many years of you picking on Jake through school and being an absolute shithouse to him, I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't. Let's talk Jake and Devin for a second. I actually like that they're kind of on the outs following what happened to Devin's mom. It adds weight to it because you have this moment of like, okay, let's get back to it. Let's get in the fight. Let's go fuck this guy up. And Devin's like, dude, like, I'm out. Like, this is, I get the gravity of what's going on now. Like, the stakes could not be higher for Devin now. He's done. Like, and he sees all of the chaos when he sees Jake. I like that they didn't just have an easy cop out of, okay, Devin lost his mom and Jake is going to be this safe space, this cuddle space, which also would have been fine too. I would have been perfectly in, as you've seen if you've watched any of my other reviews, I'm all about Jake and Devin. But I like that it mattered that all this shit happened last episode, which it should. These kids lost their moms, but I dig that. I dig that they gave a shit to actually not just make things be easy on anybody in the show. Now for my final question, when the hell is this show getting renewed for season 2? Because I do not see them wrapping up this business in one episode next week. You got Junior you got to deal with. Kyle's got to get back. You have to resolve all the shit with Andy and whatever the fuck he's going to do. You have to figure out what the hell's going on with Nika Chucky, maybe splitting Nika and Chucky out of her body or maybe killing her. Again, I don't think that that's the move you want to do with this season. This is not done. There's no way this is done next episode. I don't know if maybe they're going to wrap up the whole Jake storyline or if it's going to be this is what happened and then we're going to get a little at the end of next episode to show, okay, we're not done. We have season 2 coming. I want it announced. I understand that they might be waiting so that there's more stakes to the finale of, okay, you know, you go in and you think, oh, we're going to get another season. Everything's going to be all right, at least for some people. No, you leave it open, and then maybe at the end you say, Chucky will be back for season 2. Get ready, you sons of bitches. Honestly, I still can't believe that I'm so hyped for season 2 of this show. I was writing this off from literally day one. Now, if this is your first time here, I have links to all of my previous Chucky TV series reviews in the description below. Go check all those out ahead of next week. I can't wait to see what the hell they got cooked up for us. I hope to see you back next week to talk the finale, but until then, happy Thanksgiving and take care.